Welcome back to the channel. Nintendo is back with some major discounts on some of the published games for the Switch. There's some returning faves on this list, of course, but there's also some games from Nintendo that have been discounted for their very first time ever on the eShop. This is a video you don't want to miss, so make sure to hang on and subscribe to the channel to give you the rundown on some awesome Nintendo Switch eShop deals. Let's start things off with two of their digital-only titles on sale before we jump into the main course. BOXBOY plus BOXGIRL has you playing as QB or QC, so you tackle more than 270 stages by using their box abilities. It's a puzzle platformer that's pretty darn good, and that included two-player local co-op mode is truly the highlight. Working together to tackle the puzzling stages is great. It's on sale for $6.99, and like many games I talk about today, it's a rarity to see this on sale. In fact, for this title, it's actually the fourth time ever it's ever been on sale on the eShop since it came out in early 2019. So yeah, you might want to make this a priority if you really want to get this game. There's a demo on the eShop too to check out to see if it's your jam. Kirby Fighters 2 is a platform fighting game up to 4 players where you use Kirby's abilities to take on others. This game also features other playable characters from the series like Waddle Dee and King Dedede. There's a local and online battle modes, including a full story mode to take on. The game kinda ends up being like a Kirby themed Smash Bros. Lite. And you know what? It's actually a lot of fun. There's a demo to check out on the eShop to see what it's about and if it's worthy to get. You want to pick it up? Well, it's on sale for the second time ever at $13.99 until October 26th. Oh, and by the way, with these eShop highlights videos, I've started to mention for certain titles if there's a demo on the shop. Let me know in the comments if you like that and want me to continue doing that for future videos on the channel. With the digital snacks out of the way, it's time for the main course. Those big games on sale. WarioWare, Get It Together was one of my favorite games from last year. I loved the mini-games, especially with the new mechanics, with the playable characters. It helps breathe a little bit of new life into the series, as well as increasing the replayability and variety now that each character has its own unique set of abilities to use. Overall, it's a pretty fun party game too, that I really wish, there was some online for. It's local multiplayer only. Still, for local play, it is a blast. There's a demo to try out, which I encourage you to do so, as it gives you a good taste of the game and the new mechanics. But that aside, the game is at its first discounted price ever on the eShop at $34.99. It's the lowest price it's ever been on there, which is a pretty good deal for some good zany Nintendo fun on the Switch. This version of Miitopia is a bit of a remastered port of the 3DS game for the Switch. Of course, that means we get cleaned up visuals, but that also means that there's some new feature and gameplay changes to make it more refined and better suited for the single screen setup, as well as adding new content for players to discover. This is one game that I would love to check out one day. I like Tomodachi Life, and even though this is an RPG, it still seems to retain a lot of stuff from that game in terms of what relationships can form, as well as personalities, and the customization that can happen in the game. It's on sale on the eShop for $34.99. It's the lowest price ever on the eShop until October 26th. There's a nice demo on the eShop too that you can check out, in which you can carry progress over to the main game if you decide to pick it up. Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX is a game that I feel like a lot of people slept on. Maybe it's because of the type of game it is, or its visual look, I don't know, but I will say it's a fun, solid remake of Mystery Dungeon Blue and Red Rescue Team games. I liked it personally. It is a bit old school. I mean, it is a Mystery Dungeon style game, but even still, it was fun to play, and I liked how it combined both games into one package, while adding new stuff and giving it a nice, painterly visual style. If you've been on the fence about it, I say at least give the eShop demo a go. It'll give you a good idea on how the game will be, and if you do decide to pick it up, it's on sale for $41.99 on the eShop. It's the lowest price ever until October 26th. Yoshi's Crafted World may look sugary sweet, and trust me, it is very sweet, but don't let it fool ya. It's actually a pretty solid platformer in its own right. I love the multi-layer stages, how well they are crafted, no pun intended there, and the variety of them too. Yes, it is an easy game, but it's still very good, and finding secrets in each level and getting unlockable goodies is a lot of fun. It is currently on sale in the eShop for $41.99, and there is a demo on the eShop to check out if you wish. I think a lot of people have forgotten about ARMS. Yes, it's a motion control game. You'll need 2 Joy-Cons to play, but what amazed me when I played it is how well it responds. Usually motion control games turn me off, but ARMS felt oh so right with it. It's a fighting game with all that Nintendo charm that needs not to be slept on. Check out the demo, you'll see what I mean. It's $41.99 in the eShop sale until October 26th. Before moving on, for those who have played ARMS before, would you love to see a sequel? Let me know in the comments. As for myself, yes, I definitely would. Oh yes, very much, yes. Metroid Dread was one of my favorite games from last year, and it finally gets a discount on the eShop. First of all, it's a fantastic adventure. That yes, it's not easy, but you'll learn from your mistakes, I'm sure, as you explore and discover why you were set to planet ZDR while surviving the dangers within. It might be a 2D game, but it looks gorgeous and has a great atmospheric soundtrack and some darn good gameplay. It is simply a fantastic game. You love Metroidvanias? Then there is no reason not to pick this up, especially at its discounted price of $41.99. If you're not sure? Then check out that demo on the eShop. We're going from one fantastic game to another, with the next one being Dragon Quest XI Echoes of Elusive Age Definitive Edition. This very game, is one of the best RPGs on the platform. If not, well, possibly the best one. It's a masterpiece that's so well crafted that I'm not quite sure how Square Enix is going to top it. The Definitive Edition here adds additional features, including the ability to change between HD or classic 16-bit visuals. It's insane that they went to that length to allow nearly the whole game to be played in a 16-bit style that you can access at nearly any time you wish. There is not enough time for me to go properly in depth. That would probably require a video on its own, or maybe as a part of another video down the line. But simply put, if you want an RPG for your Switch, Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of the Elusive Age should be at the top of your list. There's a demo on the eShop as well. It's a pretty lengthy one. It's roughly 8 to 10 hour demo, where all your progress in it can carry over to the main game. Play it, and I'm sure you'll be hooked. It's $34.99 until October 26th. Triangle Strategy gets its first sale ever on the eShop. It's $41.99 until October 26th. Now, like DQ11, it has a pretty lengthy demo on the eShop that you can play and make progress in that can carry over to the main game. I love that. More RPGs need to do that. That said, I haven't personally bought the game yet. Maybe one day I will, but it seems to be very solid from what I played from the demo, and the game got some really good reviews at launch, so I'm sure it's a winner if you choose to pick it up. DAEMON X MACHINA is another third-party game published from Nintendo. This one gets slept on a bit too, maybe because at launch it had a few things it needed to work out that have since been taken care of via some patches. In this game you pilot mechs that allow you to fly, explore, and of course get into some serious combat with enemies. I really love how fluid the game is. It's not like how some other mech games can be, being very stiff and all. You're a lot more mobile in this game. You can even eject and fight on foot with special abilities and weapons if you wish. Something outside of Titanfall is the only other game I've seen explore as an option. It's on sale for $41.99. It's first sale in a very long time. And yes, of course, there's a nice sized demo to enjoy if you're curious. Beyond those games, there's just 2 more that's on sale from Nintendo that I'll call a bit iffy to get digitally, or just ones I would look for a physical copy. You'll see why I say that in a moment. Fitness Boxing 2, Rhythm and Exercise, is a game that will help you boxing to complete goals and tasks while getting exercise. Look, I'm kinda shocked that these games must be popular enough that it's now warranting a 3rd game in the series. So yeah, people must be really enjoying these games. That said, if you do happen to have the first one or the second one, feel free to share what you think of it in the comments down below. That said, if you do want to get it, I'd say look for a physical copy. It's roughly cheaper on average, even when you compare it to the discount of being $34.99 on the eShop sale. Just like many games on this list, there is a demo on the eShop to check out too, for those who are interested in it. That same advice can really apply to Sushi Striker The Way of Sushido. Now, as a puzzle game, I like it. It's much better if you use the Switch's touchscreen to play, but overall it's a nice puzzle game that usually goes for dirt cheap as a physical copy. You can often get a brand new copy for less than 20 bucks, and used, you can get a lot cheaper. Look, the game was nowhere worth 50 bucks to begin with, but even at an eShop discount to $34.99, I would say that's still too high. Just get a physical copy if you want it to get the true maximum savings. And yes, there is a demo to check out on the eShop if you're curious. And there you go, that's Nintendo's first party sale that's happening on the eShop. It's nice to see some games finally get some discounts. Are there any games from today's video that you want to get? If there is, make sure to sound off in the comments. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure to click on that subscribe button if you haven't, so you can stay up to date with all the latest videos. Oh, and just a reminder, check out Wednesday's video if you haven't. There's some can't miss deals in that one. Don't miss out on that, my friends. But anyway, that is all I have for today. As always, thank you so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time. Thank you.